Today on MTG Unpacked, we're cracking open our first box of War of the Spark, and with me to do the pack blessings we have Liliana herself, also pictured on the box. And let's take a look at the buy box promo here. So this is pretty cool, I was pretty happy about this. So we have Tezzeret, Master of the Bridge. Legendary Planeswalker Tezzeret, 5 loyalty for 6 mana creature and Planeswalker spells you cast have affinity for artifacts. His +2, he deals X damage to each opponent where X is the number of artifacts you control, you gain X life. His -3, return target artifact card from your graveyard to your hand. And his -8, exile the top 10 cards of your library, put all artifact cards from among them onto the battlefield. So very happy about that. I actually got 4 of these because I bought a full case. So looking forward to it. Hopefully we can pull a whole boatload of Planeswalkers today. There's supposed to be 1 in each pack. So without further ado, we're going to do a bit of a streamlined process today. We're just going to do a quick pack blessing, which is how we get the crazy pulls here. And then I'm going to skip over the commons. So there we are. That's our first row of blessings. Normally Liliana would dance on the packs, but we just don't have time. We've got to get through a full box here. So let's get cracking. And how have people found pre-release so far? I was going to go to the pre-release today, but alas, there was a snowstorm, which we're supposed to be in spring by this point, but I don't know what's up with the weather. Okay, let's get cracking here. We start off with Rubble Belt Rioters. First the uncommons. Liliana's Triumph. Nahiri, Storm of Stone. That's pretty cool. As long as it's your turn, creatures you control have first strike and equip abilities you activate cost 1 less to activate. And the rare is Dreadhorde Arcanist, creature zombie wizard, 1/3 for 2 mana with trample. Whenever it attacks, you may cast target instant or sorcery card with convert mana cost less than or equal to Dreadhorde Arcanist power from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. If that card will be put into your graveyard this turn, exile it instead. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'll have a rare pile, and we've got a swamp and an assassin token. That's pretty cool. We'll have a rare pile and a planeswalker pile, and then general uncommons. How about that? Alright, let's get stuck into the next pack here. Okay, uncommons we have Bond of Passion, Tyrant Scorn, Arlen, Voice of the Pack. Each creature you control that's wolf or werewolf enters battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. And the rare is Tolzmir, Friend to Wolves, legendary creature, Elf Scout, 3/3 for 5 mana. When it enters battlefield, create Voha, Friend to Elves, a legendary 3/3 green and white wolf creature token. Whenever a wolf enters battlefield under your control, you gain 3 life, and that creature fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. So wolves play a bigger role in this set. That sounds pretty cool. And a mountain and a zombie warrior token. Alright, so we'll put our uncommons here. Next pack here with a Gideon on the cover. And incidentally, for the month of May, patrons will be able to request War of the Spark for their pack cracking goodness. So if you too would like to get in on the pack cracking action, I'll leave a link to the Patreon in the description for this video. Next up we have Bleeding Edge, Godfurrow's Statue, and is this the one with Fibblethip? I don't think so. It's probably a different one. Oh, this is cool. Ashiok Dream Render. I like how that moves through the border there. Spells and abilities your opponents control can't cause their controller to search your library. And we get a mythic! God Eternal Bontu. Nice! One of these Armenket gods. Legendary creature, zombie god, 5/6 for 5 mana with menace. When it enters battlefield, sack any number of other permanents and draw that many cards. And when he dies or is put into exile from the battlefield, you may put it into its owner's library 3rd from the top. Fantastic. Okay, Mythic number 1 and a foil Teferi's Time Twist. We'll have a foil pile here and a Plains and another Assassin token. Let's see, we'll lay those out like so. Hopefully I don't lose my voice by the end of this. As long as there's no goblins, I should be okay. Alright. Okay, uncommons we have Death Sprout. That's pretty cool. Who did this one? Seb McKinnon, yeah. Hopefully I can get some focus here. Come on. Bolt Bend. Angrath, Captain of Chaos. Creatures you control have Menace. And rare is Parhelion 2, Legendary Artifact Vehicle. Yes, vehicles are back, people. 5/5 for 8 mana with Flying, First Strike and Vigilance. Whenever it attacks, create 2 4/4 White Angel creature tokens with Flying and Vigilance that are attacking. You can crew it for 4. Very nice. Actually, we'll have a separate pile for Mythics, I think. And a foil Liliana's Triumph with a Swamp and a Zombie Army token. Okay, so that's one of those tokens. I think there's 3 that have different numbers of zombies on them. Okay, let's speed this up, people. Okay, we have D-Spark. That's nastiness. Bond of Revival. Challenger Troll, and the rare is Vivian, Champion of the Wilds. Legendary Planeswalker Vivian, 4 loyalty for 3 mana. You may cast creature spells as though they had Flash her +1 until next turn. Up to 1 target creature gains Vigilance and Reach her -2. Look at the top 3 cards of your library, exile 1 face down, put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order for as long as it remains exiled. You may look at that card and you may cast it if it's a creature card. Alright, very cool. And a forest and a zombie army token. There's one with a few more zombies. Let's lay those out actually. Let's get a closer look at them. If I can find it yet. Okay. And we're going to have some interesting issues with card sorting here, but not to worry. Because... you know what's in the pack here? We have a Goblin Assailant creature, Goblin Warrior, 2/2 for 2 mana. Fantastic. I've probably... oh, Goblin Assault Team. Yeah, I'm skipping over the goblins, but not to worry. We'll go through the commons in future videos. But just today, we want to zip through as fast as we can to the juicy goodness. We have Mobu, Loyal Companion, Price of Betrayal, Samu, Tyrant's... oh, Samat, Tyrant Smasher, creatures you control have haste, another Planeswalker. And the rare is Naheb, Dreadhorde Champion, legendary creature, Zombie Minotaur Warrior, 5/4 for 4 mana with Trample. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player or Planeswalker, you may discard any number of cards. If you do, draw that many cards and add that much red mana until end of turn. You don't lose this mana as steps and phases end. Nice. And an island. And a citizen token. Okay. Now let's see here. Skip over these. Uncommons, we have a Leyline Prowler. Let's get some focus on that guy. What is this? Nightmare Beast. Bond of Insight. And Planeswalker here is Watley, the Sun's Heart. Legendary Planeswalker Watley. Each creature you control assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. And the rare is Planet-Wide Celebration. Sorcery for 7, choose 4. You may choose the same mode more than once. Create a 2/2 citizen creature token that's all colours. Turn target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. Proliferate, or you gain 4 life. So you can have a whole smorgasbord there, and a mountain and a spirit token. Alright. We've got a Teferi on the cover here. Hopefully that's a good sign. Next up we have Jace's Triumph. 10th District Legionnaire, Kiora Behemoth Beckoner. Whenever a creature with power 4 greater enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card. And enter the God Eternals. There they are. Fantastic sorcery for 5. Enter the God Eternals. Deals 4 damage to target creature and you gain life equal to the damage. Do it this way. Target player puts the top 4 cards of their library into their graveyard. Amass 4. So this is a new mechanic here. You get to put 4 +1/+1 counters on an army you control. So that's that zombie army down there. And if you don't control one, create a 0/0 black zombie army creature token first. Alright. And a plains and a dragon token. Alrighty, and next up. Doing pretty decent so far. It's a bit hard to tell though, because I think the values are going to be all over the place, but I have been popping them up on the screen during editing, so we will get a better idea at that point. Next up we have Domri's Ambush. There he is. What's that thing? Some weird cat thing with him. And I don't know what is up with the focus here. Gleaming Overseer. A Tybalt Rakish Instigator. Your opponents can't gain life, and look at him. He's everybody's favourite Planeswalker. Leave a note in the comments if that guy's your favourite Planeswalker. And Storev Devkaran Lich, whatever. Legendary creature, Zombie Elf Wizard. 5/4 for 4 mana with Trample. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player or Planeswalker, return to your hand target creature or Planeswalker card in your graveyard that wasn't put there this combat. And a forest and a zombie army. Okay, so let's take a look at the zombie army here. We're building it up. Okay, so yeah, I think that's all 3 tokens. And so these are the foils. Let's do some pile maintenance here, people. Okay, next we'll get stuck into this. Might have to move some things out of the way here. Okay, uncommons, we have Paradise Druid, Angrath's Rampage, Dovin, Hand of Control, so his deals artifact instant sorcery spells your opponent's cast cost 1 more to cast. And rare is Silent Submersible. Why do we have submarines in Magic? What is this? Artifact Vehicle 2/3 for 2 mana. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player or Planeswalker, draw a card. Alright, and a mountain and a zombie army. Okay. So, I'll rearrange things like so. Piles are getting out of control. Okay, we start off with Bleeding Edge. Merfolk Skydiver, Neoform, that's interesting, and the rare is Nissa Who Shakes the World. Legendary Planeswalker Nissa, 5 loyalty for 5 mana. Whenever you tap a forest for mana, add an additional green mana. Her +1 is put 3 +1/+1 counters and up to 1 target non-creature land you control. Untap it. It becomes a 0/0 elemental creature with vigilance and haste that's still a land. Her -8. You get an emblem with lands you control have indestructible. Search your library for any number of forest cards, put them onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. That is a crazy ability. And I'm guessing land destruction is a thing in this set. And a plains and a zombie army. Okay. So last one in this column here. We'll be at the 1/3 of the way through the box. This guy's pretty cool. So we actually opened a whole heap of packs in MTG Arena. So if you didn't see that video, you might want to check it out. I'll pop a link up in the corner. So we have Eternal Taskmaster, Moyu, Loyal Companion, Jaya, Venerated Fire Mage, and the rare is the Elder Spell. Sorcery for 2, destroy any number of target Planeswalkers. Whoa, choose a Planeswalker you control, put 2 loyalty counters on it for each Planeswalker destroyed this way. That's a bit of a game-changing card there. And a Swamp and a Zombie Army token. Okay, let's move on to the next step here. We have Bond of Discipline, Bond of Flourishing, Heartwarming Redemption. Look at that artwork. Isn't that fantastic? There's something in my eye. I don't know what's happening, but yeah, very touching card. And the rare is Ugin the Ineffable. Legendary Planeswalker Ugin, 4 loyalty for 6 mana. Color spells you cast cost 2 less to cast is +1. Exile the top card of your library face down, look at it, create a 2/2 color spirit creature token. When that token leaves the battlefield, put the exiled card into your hand is -3, destroy target permanent, that's 1 or more colors. Nice. And a foil, Topple the Statue, with a forest and a devil token. Alright. Moving right along. And is there a particular card in this set that you're excited about? A lot of brewing possibilities here. Maybe you've got some ideas. Leave a note in the comments. And next up we have Eternal Skylord, creature zombie wizard. Bond of Flourishing, Narset, Parter of Veils. So this one is each opponent can't draw more than 1 card each turn. And rare is Spark Double. This one's nice. Creature Illusion 0/0 mana. You may have Spark Double enter the battlefield as a copy of a creature or planeswalker you control, except it enters with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. If it's a creature, enters with an additional loyalty counter on it if it's a planeswalker, and it isn't legendary if that permanent is legendary. So copy your cards. Fantastic, Paul. And a planes and a zombie army. The zombie army is growing by the minute. Totally lost. That one's pretty cool. You've got Fibblethip there on top of the Nicol Bolas statue. Alright, next we have Merfolk Skydiver, Gideon's Triumph, Vraska Swarm's Eminence. So her deal is whenever a creature you control with Death Touch deals damage to a player planeswalker, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature. That's pretty cool. And Deliver Unto Evil. I'm going to guess Seb McKinnon. Yes. Sorcery for 3. Choose up to 4 target cards in your graveyard. If you control a Bolas planeswalker, return those cards to your hand. Otherwise, an opponent chooses 2 of them. Leave the chosen cards in your graveyard and put the rest in your hand. Or exile Deliver Unto Evil. Fantastic artwork on that one. And a swamp and a zombie token. Okay, so not a zombie army, just a regular zombie. And that's something I want to find the Liliana Dreadhorde General. That would be fantastic. And do some zombie tribal. That'd be fantastic. I keep saying fantastic in case you haven't noticed, because I think this set is absolutely fantastic. Next we have Dread Malkin, creature zombie cat. Maybe we'll do a zombie cat deck. Rubberwelt Rioters, Bond of Insight, and a Mythic! Yes, it's Gideon Blackblade. Fantastic. Legendary Planeswalker Gideon, 4 loyalty for 3 mana. As long as it's your turn, Gideon Blackblade is a 4/4 human soldier creature with Indestructible that's still a planeswalker. Prevent all damage that will be dealt to Gideon Blackblade during your turn. His +1 is up to 1 other target creature you control gains your choice of Vigilance, Lifelink, and Indestructible, or Indestructible until end of turn. -6, exile target non-land permanent. Fantastic pull there. Mythic Planeswalker, very happy about that one. And a forest and a wall token. Okay, what will we find in the next pack here? We have, what is that? Invade the city. Let's have some focus here. So many fun things to focus on back there, I'm sure. Flux Channeler. Yang, or is that Jiang? Yangu, Wildcrafter. Each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter has add 1 mana of any color. That's from the what was it? Global Series decks. And Story of Devkaran Lick again. So we won't reread that one. And an island and a devil token. Okay. And it's the Goblin Assault Team. Yes. Can't wait to take a closer look at the goblins when we slow down and snack on the packs over the coming weeks and months. Okay, next we have a Cyclops Electromancer. This looks like one of those things out of, what's that game? Can't think of it. You know the one. Leave a note in the comments if you know the one I'm thinking of, with the big robots and the girls there with the nastiness, the knives. Elite Guard Mage, Lazotep Plating, and the rare is Chandra Fire Artisan. Legendary Planeswalker Chandra, 4 loyalty for 4 mana. Whenever one or more loyalty counters are removed from Chandra Fire Artisan, she deals that much damage to target opponent or Planeswalker. The +1 is exile the top card of your library you may play it this turn. -7, exile the top 7 cards of your library, you may play them this turn. Nice. And a mountain and a Voha Friend to Elves. Wolf token. Alright. Next we have, I believe this is a reprint, Augur of Bolus. Creature Merfolk Wizard. Rouse Outburst. Pledge of Unity. And rare is Sarkhan the Masterless. Legendary Planeswalker Sarkhan, 5 loyalty for 5 mana. Whenever a creature attacks you or a Planeswalker you control, each dragon you control deals 1 damage to that creature. +1 until end of turn. Each Planeswalker you control becomes a 4/4 red dragon creature and gains flying. Cool. -3, create a 4/4 red dragon creature token with flying. Fantastic pull there. And oh, it's a foil rare. Enter the God Eternals. Nice. Pop that over there with the foils and the planes and a zombie army. I'm loving all the Planeswalkers here. Planeswalkers coming out of our ears. I think that is going to sell a ton of packs and boxes and cases and so forth. Next up we have Prison Realm, Rescuer Sphinx, Arlen Voice of the Pack, and Finale of Revelation Mythic. Sorcery for X and 2 blue. Draw X cards if X is 10 or more. Instead, shuffle your graveyard into your library, draw X cards, untap up to 5 lands, and you have no maximum hand size for the rest of the game. Exile Finale of Revelation. That's one I'd like to do something with. Build up some crazy deck. And a Swamp and a Servo token. Who knew the Servo tokens were back? I guess with Khan, there's going to be, and Tezzeret, there's going to be a bunch of artifact synergies. So maybe not so surprising. Next up, what do we have here? Vizier of the Scorpion, Zombie Wizard. Ugin's Conjurant. The Wanderer. Prevent all non-combat damage that would be dealt to you and other permanents you control. And rare is Bolus's Citadel. Legendary artifact for 6. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. If you play the top card of your library, or you may play the top card of your library. If you cast a spell this way, pay life equal to its converted mana cost rather than pay its mana cost. Tap it, sack 10 non-land permanents. Each opponent loses 10 life. And an island and a wizard token. In the next pack we have Storm the Citadel. Devouring Hellion. Obnixilis the Hate Twisted. Nice. Whenever an opponent draws a card, Obnixilis the Hate Twisted deals 1 damage to that player. And Ignite the Beacon is the rare. Instant for 5. Search your library for up to 2 Planeswalker cards, reveal them, put them into your hand, then shuffle your library. And a foil Arlen Voice of the Pack. Foil Planeswalker, very cool. And a Swamp and a Wall token. Onward to the next one. And this one was interesting. This Ajani's Pridemate, they had this in one of the Challenger decks. Somebody actually pointed that out. So the War of the Spa artwork instead of the core 2019 artwork. I thought that was an interesting choice. So we got a creature cat soldier here. Get that in focus. Dovan's Veto. Teo the Shield Mage, you have hexproof. Nice. And the rare is Dreadhorde Arcanist. Believe we saw that guy earlier. And a Forest and a Zombie Army token. Okay, second column is nearly done, and we're on the final third of the box. I wish we could slow down and look at it in closer detail, but that's what all these snacks will be for in the coming weeks. Next up we have D-Spark, Godfarrow's Statue, Watley the Sun's Heart, and Mizium Tank. Artifact Vehicle, 3/2 for 3 mana. With trample, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, Mizium Tank becomes an artifact creature and gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Crew cost is 1, looks like a Mad Max sort of vehicle. And an island and a servo token. Okay, last stack here. We need more mythics. Actually, I think my mythics are all mingled around now. I'm going to have to do some digging momentarily. Okay, uncommons. We have Cruel Celebrant, Rally of Wings, and what is this one? Davriel Rogue Shadow Mage. That's pretty cool. So I like how, again, putting the artwork into the border. His deal is at the beginning of each opponent's upkeep. If that player has 1 or fewer cards in hand, he deals 2 damage to them. And Finale of Promise Mythic. Very cool. Sorcery for X and 2 red. You may cast up to 1 target instant card and up to or up to 1 target sorcery card from your graveyard, each with converted mana cost X or less, without paying their mana cost. If a card cast this way would be put into your graveyard this turn, exile it instead. If X is 10 or more, copy each of those spells twice. What? You may choose new targets for the copies. That is going to be pretty nutty. Okay, so I'll put these here, and a mountain, and a zombie army. This stack is going to topple very soon, I just know it. And we've got our Bontu over here. Okay, next pack we have Storm the Citadel. Neoform. Saheli Sublime Artificer. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 color servo artifact creature token. And rare is Solar Blaze. Sorcery for 4. Each creature deals damage to itself equal to its power. And a forest and a servo token. So I'm pretty happy with this box so far. No idea of the value, but I'll pop that up at the end of the video, see how well we did. And remember, the prices are subject to fluctuate wildly, so this is the pre-release weekend, so things are going to be all over the place until they settle down. Evolution Sage, Interplanar Beacon, Teo the Shield Mage, and Casualties of War is the rare. Sorcery for 6. Destroy 1 or more. Destroy target artifact, creature, enchantment, land, or planeswalker. Fantastic. And an island. And a zombie army. Alright. Okay, what do we have here? This is a Sunblade Angel. That's pretty cool. Eternal Taskmaster, Obnixilis the Hate Twisted, and the rare is Mizium Tank. So we got another one of those, and a mountain, and a wizard token. So I put the Planeswalkers here. I'm going to have to dig through all the piles at the end and organize things. Okay, we get another Ajani's Pridemate here. Heartwarming Redemption again. Kaya, Bane of the Dead. Your opponent's opponents your opponents control with hexproof can be the target of spells and abilities you control as though they didn't have hexproof. And rare is Soul Diviner. Creature Zombie Wizard 2/3 for 2 mana. Tap, remove a counter from an artifact, creature, land, or planeswalker you control. Draw a card. And a planes. And a Goblin token. Yes, this one is for the album. Let's set that aside. We've got a Goblin album. If you haven't checked out that video, I'll leave a link up in the corner there. Alright. See what we get in the next pack here. We have a Tybolt's Rager, Firemind Vessel, Jaya Venerated Fire Mage, and Awaken of Vitu-Ghazi. Instant for 5. Put 9/+1/+1 counters on target land you control. It becomes a legendary 0/0 elemental creature with haste named Vitu-Ghazi. It's still a land. And a foil plains with a swamp and a soldier token. Okay, let's do some maintenance here. Okay, getting near the end here. I think we've got like 6 more packs left. Still a chance for a Nicol Bolas. I think he's the most pricey card in the set at the time of filming. Next up we have this ridiculous Mayhem Devil. Looks like he's riding a unicycle there with spikes on it. Very strange. Dovin's Veto. Kasmina Enigmatic Mentor. Suppose your opponent's cast that target of creature or planeswalker you control costs 2 more to cast. And Tomic Distinguished Advocist. Legendary creature, human advisor, 2/3 for 2 mana, has flying, lands on the battlefield and land cards in graveyards. Can't be the target of spells or abilities your opponents control. Your opponents can't play land cards from graveyards, so I'm guessing that's a thing. Forest and a wolf token. So I'm not sure which cards would be related to playing lands from graveyards. I don't think we've come across any yet. Or maybe among the commons here there's something like that. Okay, next we have Watley's Raptor and Red Malkin. Nissa's Triumph, and the rare is a Domri and Arc of Bolas. Nice. Legendary Planeswalker Domri. 3 loyalty for 3 mana. Creatures you control get +1/+0. His +1 is add red or green. Creature spells you cast this turn can't be countered. Nice. -2 target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. Pop him over here, and an island and a zombie army. Getting close to the end here. And incidentally, we'll be this weekend also taking a look at the Planeswalker decks. We've got a Gideon and Jace, so stay tuned for those. Next we have Chandra's Triumph, Emergent Zone, Angrath, Captain of Chaos, and the rare is Widespread Brutality. Sorcery for 4, amass 2, then the army you amass deals damage equal to its power to each non-army creature. Interesting. And a plains and another zombie army token. We have zombie armies coming out of our ears. Last 3 packs. Okay, we've got another Mayhem Devil, Grateful Apparition, Sahili Sublime Artificer, and the rare, yes, what I've been looking forward to all this time, Corncob 10 Street Kingpin. Legendary creature, Goblin 1/2 for 3 mana. Whenever Corncob 10 Street Kingpin attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Then create a number of 1/1 red Goblin creature tokens equal to Corncob's power. Very cool pull there. And a foil Vampire Opportunist with an island and an Angel token. Where's my Nicol Bolas? We've only got 2 packs left. I hope to find him here somewhere. Oh, that pile nearly fell over. We have Sunblade Angel, Gideon's Triumph, Vraska Swarm's Eminence, and the rare is Solar Blaze. So I believe we saw this one earlier. And a Mountain, and a Goblin token. Yes, another Goblin for the collection. Final pack here, and then we'll do a quick review, and I'll tally up the value of this box. So I actually bought a whole case of this, so that's going to mean I paid less per box, but hopefully got the value back. Next we have Death Sprout, Interplanar Beacon, Tyrant Scorn, and Chandra Fire Artisan. So I think that's the second one we pulled. We'll have to dig through the stuff here in a moment. And a Plains and a Soldier token. Okay, so while I dig through the stuff, I'll pop up the value on the screen about here. Hopefully we did pretty well. So nice selection of foils. Enter the Godfurrows, foil rare. I think that was the only, yeah, that was the one foil rare. We have tons of Planeswalkers. Let me just check that we didn't miss any. I don't think there were any in this pile. I kept them fairly well organized, and cards flying everywhere. Okay, and then we'll zip through the Planeswalkers. So we have so many Planeswalkers. Which is your favorite of these? I like the ones with the how the border is going to the edges, so that's pretty cool. Maybe we could get some focus on these sometime. So very cool selection of Planeswalkers. I think these are all uncommons unless I've mixed stuff around. And then we'll have a quick look at the rares. Corncob, there he is. No Nicol Bolas, alas. Maybe next time. Or maybe one of the patrons will be lucky to pull him from the box. Fingers crossed we come across him sooner or later. Alright, so there we have it. That is the first box of War of the Spark on the channel. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button for more Magic the Gathering unboxings, and be sure to tap the notification bell to be notified as soon as new video is released. And stay tuned, we've got the Planeswalker decks coming up soon. Thanks for watching and have a great day.